Hello and welcome back to another episode. My name is Jay. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome again. I have been gone, but I'm back. Right now, I am just going to do a makeup, super easy makeup look. At first, I wasn't gonna do my makeup, but now I'm like, I'm gonna do my makeup. I also got my hair done. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But we are going to catch up some throughout the day. We actually have a lot to catch up on. Okay, but first we're gonna start off by doing my makeup. But how have you guys been doing? Hopefully good. I have been doing decent. Just lots of growing pains, you know? Lots of filling my own cup. I have just been realizing lots of different things and experiencing lots of things. Some pains in there, yeah. But I'm here, which is what matters, okay? Next week, I am embarking on my first solo trip to Oregon. Super exciting. I am filming it on my other compact camera to make a vlog of a solo trip to Oregon. And it's gonna be super exciting. I am more excited than nervous. The area that I'm going to is a safe place. By the time I go there, this video will hopefully be out. But yeah, I'm super excited. The reason why I wanted to do an Oregon trip or just a solo trip is because in January, I took a work trip to California, which you guys saw. That was super fun, but of course you're working. And I was like, wow, I need to travel more. So I looked up a place and I said, what gives me Flagstaff, but on a wider spectrum? And Oregon came up, Washington came up. Also, I didn't realize Twilight. Well, I used to be a Twilight girl growing up. I was Team Edward. But I completely forgot that Twilight was filmed in Oregon. So, on my itinerary that I have written out, there's some things on there, if I get to it, where I can go visit places where the Twilight movie was filmed, like Bella's house or the diner. So, we shall see. I am a very type A person, so I do have a full itinerary, but I try to not keep it like packed back to back. So there's two things for sure that I know that I want to do in Oregon. I want to see a freaking waterfall, okay? I've actually never seen a waterfall, like a big waterfall. And I also want to see the last Blockbuster. If you guys don't know the Blockbuster, it's a place where you used to go and rent movies and watch movies that you rented. And people would have memberships, but the last one is in Oregon. So that's on my itinerary. There's a hike where I can see waterfalls. That's on my itinerary. Exploring downtown is on my itinerary. Lots of different things. I'm gonna be there for 6 days. I actually have all of my stuff, like all the clothing that I'm bringing. When I imagine Oregon, I imagine granola people. I love granola people. I feel like that's all Flagstaff had, a bunch of granola people. Not hippies, granola people. I like both of them, but yeah. But I have all of that stuff set up. Just cool. Cool. And then I picked up some stuff from Target yesterday. I am checking in a suitcase. I bought my check-in bag when I purchased my plane ticket, so that should be taken care of. I am bringing a big suitcase for a 6-day trip, which I know seems insane, but I would rather have more than less, you know? I can make do with less. I realized on my California trip, that was only for what, like 4 days? I did not have a lot of suitcase space. And for this trip, what if I want to bring home stuff, okay? What if I want to bring home a man? This is my longest week. I'll take off of work since I started working at my company. And I've just been preparing people, sending them messages like, hey, I'm gonna be out. If you need something, Let me know now so I can show you. Because I'm not bringing my work laptop, which I've been coached by other people. Set that boundary. Which, as much as I want to say, I want to do this, or I want to be available, no, I don't want to. Also, we have to talk about some viral videos that I posted. The first one I want to talk about is, I'm gonna make a separate video about this, but it's gonna be about Toastmasters and how that has just been really freaking fun and challenging in the best ways possible. But I've been going to Toastmasters. I don't remember if I mentioned it. I'm gonna make a full detailed video because when I posted a video about it, actually, but yeah, when I posted a video about it, people were curious about the process, the sign up process. But basically, this week I'm gonna give my 4th speech in Toastmasters. Yay, you get the opportunity to sign up for scheduled speeches. And usually they're about 5 to 7 minutes long, but this will be my 4th speech. I used to have this nervous stutter when I would give public speeches, but that's gone. So that has improved. I'm getting less nervous. I'm still a bit nervous, but it's good. The more you do it, the less nervous you get, which is the goal. But this speech is going to be longer than my other speeches, which... So today we're actually going to go to... I don't have a printer, so today we're going to go to FedEx to print my speech out. I've never actually printed my speech out, so this is different, but I needed to go to FedEx to print out my Enneagram, which is like a personality test that tells you I'm a type 1, which is a strict perfectionist, and everyone at my company knows what type they are. So that's helpful in the sense of I can know how to work with a type 4 best, how they communicate, stuff like that. And it's just like an internal review on what some of your innate processes are that you may have. But just got my lip gloss. This lip gloss, I'm obsessed with lip gloss, unfortunately, like overpriced lip gloss. This lip gloss is literally the best. I just got all of the awards that I've won so far in Toastmasters, which is just a stack of ribbons. Let me see that. I'll read off some of that. Icebreaker, which is your first speech that you give. My icebreaker was, of course, about me. It was like 4 minutes. Best Speaker Award. Zapper, which again is someone who adds something special to the meeting. I have this color coded, but I won 3 of those. Best Table Topics, which is going to be your impromptu speaking section. I've won 3, 4, 5 of those. And then Most Improved Speaker, 1, 2, 3. I've won 3 of those. And in my last meeting, I won 3 awards. And the one before that, I also won 3 awards, which is cool. Best Functionary. And then, yeah, Best Speaker. But so many ribbons. As I said, I'm going to give a more detailed video about Toastmasters because it's very beneficial for those who want to get better at public speaking. Super beneficial. But yeah, just to give you guys a breakdown of the pricing to join Toastmasters, my group is about $75 each, like for 6 months, which isn't bad, right? And some groups meet 2 times a week. My group meets 1 time a week on a Friday at 6:45 a.m. So I'm able to go before work. And you show up and it's just like this full room of energetic people. And if we're missing like a speaker for the day, someone's walking around asking people if they want to be the speaker for the day, but you should be signing up for that prior through the schedule. There is a platform where you can go through different modules, and the modules is what teaches you about speaking in front of people. Like for my next speech, it's my 4th, well, it's technically my 3rd pathway speech, which focuses on hand movement and something else, but hand movement. And so I'm going to be focusing on incorporating hand movement into my speech, this next one. So there is a learning module that you can go through that helps you improve your speaking. But the group's really fun. It's fun people. I love the impromptu speaking section. They give you a random topic to speak about and you just speak about it. Here, let me tell you about this hair first. So I tried Twist again. Let me get closer. She does such a good job. Her name's Hazel. She's based in Glendale, Arizona, which is quite a drive for me, but she's worth it. I wanted it shorter, but she does not believe in cutting it. She believes in you buying the hair the length that you want, which I'll keep in mind for next time, which I was disappointed in at first, but it's okay. It's Hazel. She's really good. She like became a celebrity hairstylist overnight, so it's really hard to get an appointment with her too. But yeah, I got Twist again. The first time I got Twist, I absolutely hated them. I tried a different hairstylist. Never went back to her again. She's really rough, okay? She's really rough, and I also get it. Trims specializes in gentle hair care, but she's done all my silk brushes, and honestly, the experience is great. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm all over the place today because I'm just trying to play catch up with you all. But Toastmasters, we're done talking about that. I will make a separate video about Toastmasters because that's just important. Oregon trip next week. Okay, I don't want to say if you're black, but if you're looking for a protein treatment in your hair, the hairstylist I go to, her name is Maya, right? And she was trained by a old school hairstylist who specializes in gentle hair care also, because they used to work in the same salon, and then she broke off and did her own thing. She's only 23, 24, somewhere around there, and she's the sweetest thing ever. She's based in Tempe, Arizona. She specializes in silk presses. She used to be a flight attendant because she was trying to figure out what she wanted to do, so she's doing that while running her own salon, but she dropped the flight attendant thing because it's a bit too much, which I completely get, and just went all in on her hair salon business. But she suggested this. The old school hairstylist also suggests this too, so I'm guessing she got it from her. It's a protein treatment, organic, has mayonnaise. It stinks, but I put this in my hair every time I wash it, or probably like once a month, and you just slap it on dry and you leave it in for 45 minutes. It's a pre-wash heat protecting mask with organic honey milk and natural oils. Nourishing, strengthening for all hair types, so it doesn't matter what hair type you have. This is called Nasara Organics. You can only get it online, unfortunately, but it's really good. Okay. So my makeup's done, everything's done. Before I do a montage of me making my bed, because last night I fell asleep on the couch, which some nights you just need. Okay, I fell asleep on the couch. It is what it is. It is what it is. Also, I got this robe from Skims. Love it. I'm gonna show you guys what I got from Target for my trip real quick. I'm so excited for this trip. A small deodorant, cocoa butter, some Lysol, not Lysol, but some Clean and Go wipes. It's an Airbnb, but still need to wipe off everything. Some mouthwash, purifying face cleanser. This is all travel size, so I can take it with me. And I can put it in my freaking baggie that's gonna get checked in, so I don't have to do the whole 1 quart bag thing. Setting spray and my cellar cleaning water.
No matter what you say, what you do, when I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. Fuck these other niggas, I'll be right by your side till 2005.
Okay, hold up, wait a minute, all good just a week ago. At my house, we party every weekend, so on the radio, that's my favorite song. Make me bounce around like I don't know, like I won't be here long. Now the thrill is gone, got no patience, cause I'm not a doctor. Go, why is you lying? Girl, why you move faster? Yeah, me casa su casa, gotta strip it like Gaza. Got so high on volcanoes, now the flow is so lava. Yeah, we spit that saliva, iPhone got message from Viber, either the...
Just warmed up my tea so I can finish it off. So yesterday when I went to Target, I smelled this, and it smelled really freaking good. So good that when I'm on my saving money journey, which is what I'm focused on currently, I could not pass this up. Did I need this? No. Did I want this? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's the Santal Bloom fragrance. It smells so good. Oh, I am about to eat a breakfast biscuit that I meal prepped for this week. It just has egg whites, bacon, and cheese, and a biscuit. And then finish off this green tea. FedEx doesn't open until 12. It's 10:21 right now, so I'll probably end up reading for a bit, and then we'll see. I mentioned filling your cup and the importance of filling your cup. So if you're like me, I work a typical 9 to 5, okay? 9 to 5. Okay, there were days where I would sit at my desk at 8 a.m. and not leave my desk until 8 p.m. And I was also working weekends. Okay, because unfortunately, I was of the mindset that my job is a extension of who I am as a person. I need to get things done, completed, even if it amounted to me working overtime. So I pulled back from that, okay, and focused on giving quality work between 8 to 5, okay? So my days are really structured, my work days now. Not going over at least 5:30, sorry, at least 6 p.m., okay? That laptop is getting shut, okay? Because sometimes you're gonna be working on something and you have to, but I'm not stressing myself out anymore to where I'm working overtime, I'm working weekends. It's really unnecessary. So I've just had a couple reality checks recently where I need to fill my own cup. When you're working a 9 to 5, love my 9 to 5. I'm sure everyone loves their 9 to 5. I can only speak for myself. We're working for someone else's company, right? We're working for a company that was there way before we even got there. Okay, we spend so much time pouring into this company that we may love so much, or we may not love. I love my company, where we realize we don't have much time to ourselves. So my days used to be wake up, sit at my desk, work for long, go to the gym at like 8 p.m. okay, and I was at the gym until like 10 p.m. which doesn't give me much room, where starting the next workday I would get really exhausted. And so I switched my gym schedule to the morning time, so I'm waking up at 4 a.m. okay, and going to the gym, coming home, getting ready for work. I'm turning on my jazz music because jazz, I don't know, I really love a coffee shop vibe and I want to give that vibe to my apartment, and turning on jazz helps with that. And then working, computer shut at the latest by 6 p.m. I'm pulling out my book. My book is not about work. My book is something that I want to take in, some knowledge that I want to take in. Currently, I'm reading a book about money because, as I told you guys, I'm focused on money right now. Saving money, being wise with my money. But with money comes time, okay? Money buys you time. And so right now, the chapter that I just read was focused on how having room for errors, like errors of, hold on, there's something they call it specifically. It's basically the margins of safety, which talks about things like your emergency funds, okay? Humans, we operate. The closer we get to risks and the closest we get to margins of safety, you're able to take more risk if you have margins of safety in place. So talking about money, that's going to be how much money you have saved. And so focusing on saving. And with time, again, money buys you time, okay? Especially when you work for someone else, right? There were some quotes that I wrote down that are really good that I want to share. So I'm on chapter 13 right now. How I read currently, which I take a quote from each chapter. The chapters are really short, like 2 to 4 pages. And yeah, so I'm gonna read through all 13 of these quotes. Emotions equal how we spend money, which is connected to our unique experiences. 2, the trick when dealing with failure is arranging your financial life in a way that a bold investment here and a missed financial goal there won't wipe you out. so you can keep playing until the odds fall in your favor. 3, knowing when you have enough is important. And with that one, it talked a lot about greed and how greed isn't good. 4, good investment isn't necessarily about earning the highest returns. The highest returns tend to be one-off hits that can't be repeated. And that is talking about how we can study how to invest and what to invest in, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a risk, because those studies on investments is going to be based on historical data, which doesn't really work well when it comes to investing. Okay. 5, getting money is one thing, keeping it is another. Having rooms for errors equals a margin of safety. 6, tells. You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune. 7, controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays. Time. 8, people generally aspire to be respected and admired by others. Why can't I read my own handwriting? And leaving money to buy many things may bring less of it than you imagine. Basically, I was talking about how really flashy, like with Lululemon, Mercedes, like driving the best car, wearing the best workout gear, which I'm a victim to. Well, not really victim, but which I do also. 9, wealth is hidden. It's income not spent. 10, what you need is just what sits below your ego. Wow, that was a good one. The flexibility and control over your time is an unseen return of wealth. 11, minimizing future regrets. 12, investing is unpredictable. 13, planning on your plan not going according to plan. I just brought out my suitcase. Not that one, this one. Which is all my clothes and socks and stuff will fit in there, which I think it will.
So hydra, or we let bygones be bygones. My God, you pay for your friends. I'll take that as a compliment. Got a house full of homies. Why I feel so the opposite.
Well, all my scamming ass niggas say just where y'all at. Spinning shit.
I've had to come to because the other one was like in a hotel and prints. So I just printed my Enneagram, which was 42 pages. I paid 9 something to print that out, double-sided, because it was 42 pages, but you have to make sure you select black and white and not color, unless you want color, because if I would have done it in color, it would have came out to $32. But no, I printed that out. This is going to be for my Oregon trip. I want to really do lots of self-reflection while on my trip to Oregon. So this is like going to be a good plane read. And then I also printed out my next Toastmasters speech. So I'm going to highlight and do all the stuff to that and continue practicing that. Now I am going to go to a coffee shop because I need to edit a short form video. I'll see you guys at the coffee shop. As I'm going to end this when I get to the coffee shop and settle in. I want to thank you guys, of course, for tuning in. As always, your views help me so much. I expected this channel to be more far along, but it just didn't work out like that, which is okay. But yeah, next time I see you guys on video, well, besides at the coffee shop, my Oregon trip.
I feel so the opposite. Incompetent ain't the half of it. Saturdays with young lavish. The saddest shit is I'm bad as it beats they took from the cabinet. Sorry, I'm just scared of the future. Till 2005, I got your back, we can do this. Hold up.
No matter what you say, what you do, when I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. Fuck these other niggas, I'll be right by your side till 2005. Hold up.